Welcome back, YouTube. Fat Cat Collections back at you with another fragrance or cologne review. And again, today, another fragrance. This would be winding up the fragrances that I have by the house of Penhaligons out of London. I hope to sample more of their fragrances and review them for you at a later date, okay? And this one here, I saved this one for last because of the, let's see, 6 fragrances that Penhaligons sent me. I have to tell you that this one here is my favorite one. And I've reviewed so far from Penhaligons Santorial. I've reviewed Blasted Heath. That's awfully good too. That one's really good too. I reviewed Quercus. I always say that wrong. I reviewed what else we got here? Baoli, and what was the other one here? We have Lothair. And this one here is called Number 33. This one here leans more towards what I tend to like in a fragrance. You have your tobacco, you have your masculine notes, you have your woods, and then of course this one here, if I can put one note that is predominant in this particular one when you first spray it on, and which tends to last throughout the fragrance, is lavender. Now, I tend to not like lavender. I picked up a cheapie not that long ago. It was Back to Black Modern Oud. And I forget the name of the perfumer on that one, or I'm sorry, the house, because it's a very cheap one. I think it was like $15 at Ross. And that one I had to return because the lavender note was so strong in that. And I don't really care for lavender. When I think of lavender, I just think of, like, you know, doing laundry. I don't know, it's such a strong, overwhelmingly unique note that I just tend to not like it. So I was surprised that this actually had lavender, and the way that they've combined these notes, this one, is exquisite. This one here is just your tall, dark, handsome man right here with that little bit of floral. So if you're the kind of guy who likes a fragrance that has a little bit of a feminine quality to it, the lavender, or a floral mixed with those other ingredients that tend to be very masculine, like your tobacco and your musks, this is definitely a fragrance for you. So what I want to do is just read you the notes, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about what I think of it, and then we'll kind of close on this and hope that I can get some more fragrances from Penhaligons. I am talking back and forth with Harry over at Penhaligons, and we're going to be talking to a couple, I believe, marketing directors, something like that, on maybe getting a couple ideas and learn a little more about the company. Again, when you watch my videos, there's lots of guys reviewing fragrances out there. Not a lot of people are reviewing Penhaligons, and this is kind of a house that it's been around for a really long time, and they specialize in stuff for grooming. You know, mainly men's grooming, but they have a lot of women's stuff too. But this stuff is just your classy, their image is just a classy English gentleman, and who takes time, and I've said this before in my other videos, just the kind of guy who doesn't hop in the shower, and although you can be that guy and wear this stuff, but I'm giving you the image of what Penhaligons, in my opinion, is all about. This is a guy who, he wears suits. You know, he dresses nice. His house is nice. He takes pride in what he does. This is the kind of fragrance that when the guy gets in the shower and grooms himself, this isn't a 10-minute ordeal. You know, this is the guy who gets out, he washes his face, he gets out, there's a towel on, there's a robe on. Now it's time to shave. He has his shave brush. You know, he lathers up. Uses a straight razor or a traditional safety razor. He goes over his face 3 or 4 times. He puts on his aftershave lotion. He puts on the Penhaligons cologne. You know, that's the kind of guy who just takes his time with his grooming, and it's not a big rush. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what I get. This is just a sophisticated man's company. And so, again, moving forward with what is in number 33. All right, so number 33 is a cologne that came out in 2015. It's one of their newer ones. Your top notes are going to be bergamot, orange, grapefruit, artemisia, coriander, clary sage, cypress. The middle notes are lavender, violet, black pepper, ginger, jasmine, rose, lily of the valley, geranium, saffron, and cardamom. Then your base notes are going to be amber, vetiver, musk, moss, tobacco, tonka bean, vanilla, and of course cedar. And that's a lot of notes in that. This one's got a lot of chemistry in it. And again, what do I smell when I smell it? I get that lavender for sure. I don't get a lot of the fruity notes or the orange. I believe I said orange, did I not? I'll check that. Orange, grapefruit, bergamot. I don't get a lot of the notes that I smell. I definitely get the lily of the valley. I definitely get the jasmine. I definitely get the lavender naturally, and I definitely get the I definitely get the moss. I kind of make a comparison there. Oh, we're leaking here, damn. I definitely get a little bit of a comparison to Encre Noir, because that has that kind of moss note in there, although it smells nothing like Encre Noir, so don't run off and be like, oh, it smells like it's nothing like Encre Noir. But there's definitely that mossy quality and that woody quality out of it with that lavender note and the tobacco. That's what I get from this fragrance in a nutshell. It's definitely, like I said, a masculine fragrance. There's definitely a sophistication with it, and I think it's just one of their best ones. Again, if I have to pick a favorite of the ones that they sent me, I forgot about Blasted Heat. That's a really great fragrance as well, although it's in a different kind of category than this particular one. But this one here definitely has that lavender note. So if you are the kind of guy who likes tobacco and lavender, I think those are the two primary predominant notes in your wood in this particular fragrance. I think you'll definitely like it. Again, I have to say the primary note, though, that I get out of this, yeah, you definitely get that floral and that wood, and I would say that lavender and Lily of the Valley is your prominent note that you're going to get out of this. I'm not sure how it's going to last 10 hours from now, what you'll smell. I'm not going to touch on a longevity because I haven't had enough time to really get to know these fragrances in a long-term relationship. But I will say that, again, I have not been disappointed with the Penhaligons fragrances. I don't have anything that smells like this. And that's what I always find most important, I think, when I'm looking for a fragrance. Is not only do you like it, but are there things that smell similar to it. And this one here, I have not smelled anything, at least in my collection, that smells anything like this. And I think that's what I like a lot about Penhaligons. Of the ones I reviewed, there's only been one out of the ones they sent me that have a similarity where I probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference between that one and one of my other ones as you wear it on your skin. Because remember, these do change a little bit depending on the person. So this one here is a winner. You're a tall, dark, handsome, sophisticated man with that slight lavender, woodsy smell. Number 33 by Penhaligons. If you have this cologne or have experienced this cologne or fragrance, go ahead and drop a comment. I always love hearing stories about it. If you're new to Penhaligons, I urge you to check out the brand. Definitely check out some of the other videos that I put up about their brand and their fragrances. Subscribe to my channel because there's going to be a lot more fragrance and reviews, not just from the House of Penhaligons, but all kinds of houses. And check the links in the upper right-hand corner and description for links on where you can get this stuff for the best deals and the best value. So once again, Fat Cat Collections, thanks you for watching. And as always, have a great day, folks. Take care.